Welcome everybody to Unseen Sports TV people. It's a boy, Trayvon Parchment, and I'm here. Yes, on the title you see that I have a special guest here, and his name is Ryan Anderson, and we're going to review the match against Canada and Jamaica, the 0-0 game. Yes, so we want to get a perspective from a Canadian fan. Now, let me tell you about Ryan a little. Ryan is a YouTuber and he covers CONCACAF games with Canada and he's a Toronto FC fan. Ryan, could you tell them a little bit more about your page and stuff like that?
My channel is Ryan Anderson. It's just my name. Search up my name as it is in the display. It'll show up pretty much very quickly, I think. If you love CONCACAF, if you love any sports, any soccer, mostly CONCACAF MLS, check it out. It's awesome. It's good content. It's good reviews. There's a little bit of funny moments too because, of course, there's always moments where I say something that's funny because that's what's on my mind. It's off the seat of my pants. It is what it is, and that's just the way I go. So that's how we do here. We do funny things, but we do smart things as well. Good, but we sometimes try to be funny too. So that's the way it is. Hopefully check that out. Also on Twitter, RyanAnderson_27. If you want more good takes, go check that out. And hopefully I'll see you there. So let's see how this goes.
Okay, Ryan. Thanks for that. And I think the fans are the person who is going to come on live will love to hear what you have to say about the Canada game. So first thing, to me, Canada dropped the ball against Jamaica, and Jamaica improved in the midfield department in the defensive aspect of the game. What's your take on how your team played yesterday?
For me, Canada didn't really care at all. They were happy with the draw against Mexico. The Mexico game was like Tyson Fury having Deontay Wilder on the ropes from the 6th round on Saturday night. This was Anthony Joshua versus Usyk, and Canada was Anthony Joshua. They didn't care. They did not care at all. The way they played so slow. They played in a way that just didn't show the way their quality that they are. The overloads from the wing and the wing backs were not there. The pace wasn't there. The creativity wasn't there. Alphonso Davies was trying to do it all on his own. He made a lot of mistakes because he knew the pressure was on him. And that was a game you never really see from Davies. Sam Adekugbe, out of his depth. Alistair Johnston never really has a disaster class, but he chose to have one against Jamaica. The way they played, it was just absolutely dreadful. And Canada played straight into Jamaica's hands, and Jamaica drew this game and should have won because of that game plan. The way they played, keeping Canada at bay was amazing. Andre Blake, wonderful performance, best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. Anthony Grant, what a strong performance in midfield to keep Jamaica with his clean sheet and a draw. Canada they didn't even deserve a draw, frankly. That game was embarrassing. It was god-awful result. And I know points in CONCACAF are great, but you also have to look at the situation. Canada, even with a depleted team against Jamaica's depleted team, should have won on paper. They didn't. And that's what makes the result hurt. Yes, they got a point away. That's what you should do. But you got to look at the result as it is, not just the rules of CONCACAF qualifying or the ideas of how you should approach it. But there you go.
Okay. I would like to just give the persons who coming on the stream, persons who are going to listen after, the statistics. So Jamaica had 9 shots off the goal to Canada 10. 1 shot was on target for Jamaica and 2 for Canada. 36% possession for Jamaica, 64% possession for Canada. 245 passes for Jamaica, 418 for Canada. 63 pass accuracy for Jamaica, 78 for Canada. 21 fouls for Jamaica, 12 for Canada. 4 yellow cards for Jamaica, 1 for Canada. No red cards for both teams, no offside. 3 corners for Jamaica to 10 for Canada. So when you look at the statistics, it showed that Canada outplayed us. You understand me? So I would think they deserve to beat us more than Jamaica deserve to win.
Here's my thought. Those numbers are very misleading. There are some times when the statistics are very misleading, and this is one of them. The way Canada played, stringing together those passes, it was like 5 passes to the back and they lose possession, or they have 5 aerial duels and then they lose possession. That's what it looked like to me. They couldn't string together a coherent attack. It was around midfield. Maybe they pass up, they have a run, but it wasn't great. The pass accuracy, cool. Then you give it away. The way they built up those stats was through harming meaningless possession, harmless, meaningless possession. That's where I was going with that. That's how they strung those together. That's the way I thought. It never looked like they were being strong or pushed the way that they needed to. The possession was meaningless. The passes were harmless. The way they played, I don't see. Sometimes you can't listen to the stats, and this is one time you can't, frankly. And there are games like that. This is football. The ball's round for a reason, and it just doesn't look the way that it did on paper. On paper, and the way it actually went is what you should look at, and look the way it actually went. Watch all 90 minutes, and you'll see, yeah, those numbers don't seem so right, or they don't seem like, if you looked at it, watch the game, it'd be like, yeah, those numbers don't, no, I don't see how those came up. But that's what I think about those stats.
Okay, okay, okay. So your team came out with a 4-2-3-1 formation to Jamaica 4-4-2 formation. Um, I observed that Jamaica changed their formation, and you guys, you're a traditional 4-2-3-1 form team.
We normally, throughout the most of these qualifiers, we've had 3 at the back, 3-5-2. So I don't know what happened. I think it may have been the changes, the suspensions that forced this, but I think it didn't help that we went back to a 4-2-3-1, which it's sort of similar, but not totally similar. But the 3 at the back is what they've been really good at recently, so maybe that helped. I didn't really notice that difference. I thought they were still in a 3-5-2 from the lineup post. So I will say, I thought, but it makes sense now with the lineup, the way they built the team up. But they've been playing 3-5-2 since March. So doing something different for once may have thrown them off as well, I think.
The train passing your end. The train passing. Just continue to talk, please.
Okay. So with that said, Jamaica's lineup seemed about normal for them, 4-4-2. Sometimes they go with a 5-3-2, I think. But I liked the way Jamaica played. They set up well. I don't think this was any genius of Tapa. I think the players just had a very good performance when Canada had a very dreadful performance. And the way Jamaica set up was perfect to counteract what Canada set up. So was it a bit of luck probably for Tapa? Yes, I'm not going to say he's a total genius for this one. I still don't think he's the guy for Jamaica, but he did get a good result here with his players, and that's the way I see that formation wise.
Okay, okay. So, all right. Jamaica, my previous matches they played 4-2-3-1 like you guys. Like what you guys do today. Yesterday. But I don't see the formation really, you know, giving us anything. It's like you just not helping us. And this 4-4-2 formation with the type of players with more selected was very defensive. Didn't have any transitioning into attack. And that was one of the problems why we couldn't get any, clear cut chances off the goal to score and more chances. You know, some
Exactly.
Yeah, because when I watch Jamaica, or even the Gold Cup when Honduras came to Jamaica and Leon Bailey was playing, and you can see with Argyle, we dominated that game. Although our defense wasn't that so sharp, we dominated that game going forward. We have a lot of passing through balls and squares, and no, I don't know. All of that just gone. Whitmore, I just think Whitmore is trying to be very defensive. We are home, and you're playing a Canada team with history that they didn't beat us at home, and you are afraid to go out there and go for it, and you almost lose a job. You're in a state where you lose a job right now. And he's so happy for the draw. I can't believe happy for the draw. We want more than that. I think Canada dropped the ball and we should have capitalized and get all 3 points. You understand me? But
I
he's
agree
so
with that.
happy with.
But I agree that Jamaica should have went harder for this game. If they set up more offensively, they would have won this game. And they had some chances. They had a good couple of chances that could have caught Canada off guard. And the way Canada was playing, they weren't getting that back. If Jamaica set up more offensively, they would have won this game. And I don't know why they didn't go for it. This was they were the stronger team, I thought, defensively. If they could have just connected that into some forward play and actually played offensively and not just sit back, I think they would have won. I think they would have won. And the sad part is they just don't go for it. You should go for it at home, especially if your job is on the line, especially if you are in hot water. You should be going for it. But no, you just sit back and say, yeah, I'll take the point.
Why? You know why he's thinking like that? One, he has some play on the field who are not in the right position, and he's kind of him a fret. He's
Yeah.
fretting. Yeah. So
Like
he's,
what he
he's,
did
he's
to
a fret. Yeah. What you saying?
like what he did to Kamar Roof.
Right. He was
Played him at second
fretting him off.
striker. I don't think he was. He can play midfield, but he's definitely more of a striker. A second striker could have played with Shamar,
Him not
but
get yeah, him not get more opportunity in the box. You see the one of him get, and
yeah,
because he's playing too deep, he's always behind, far away from the attack. You understand me?
yep,
And we have two midfielder where none of them is playing like a number 8. They just sit in front of this the two centre backs, the defenders, and none of them not trying to join the attack also. So it's like we're attacking with with only one person in the box. That's how we're attacking. One person in the box. So if a square is coming across from one of the the wingers, it's only Shamar Nicholson alone in the box. And you can see it. I see a ball square, Fisher square ball inside, and it's like Bobby Reed and Nichols was in the box. And him turned around and like him a cuss Flemings, Flemings, you should have come around. Where are you? You understand? So those things are training, you know, training. Why we're Flemings not nowhere near the box. You understand me? So I have to blame the coach for all the mistake we have. You understand me? Because Flemings for the right, they said, him not deliver, take him off of the field from early.
exactly,
You understand? Take him off
exactly,
of the field. But the problem is with more believing on some of the players who are not performing now. You pick players based on current performance, not because they love them and then we back you when you're gonna lose a job. You pick players based on their performance. Coaching
exactly.
is not a friend game. Coaching is not a friend game. Put it this way: you see, if this team was coached by the Canadian coach, would have win every match.
Yeah,
Would have win every match. But I
exactly.
think him. But I think him blunder. I think him blunder in this game still in against us because when me see Alva spoil job as a Canadian coach, if I do my research carefully, that defensive midfielder is 37 years old. Alfonso Davis is old. How old is Alfonso Davis?
21, 22.
Right, 21, 22. Okay, so the first thing I would do if I was a Canadian coach is put Alfonso Davis right up there beside Watson. and tell my midfielder, say, yes, when you get the ball, you play the ball in space so Alfonso can get it and take on Watson. You understand me?
That would have been smart. That would have definitely been smarter.
I can guarantee you, if him turn and face Watson, if Watson kick him down, he might go pass him. He might go run past Watson. Every time. You understand me? That's what I would do if I was a Canadian coach.
I would have done the same thing. I totally agree there. And then
because at the end of the day, your midfielder, your defense are playing bad. So all I need to do is just get the ball direct, play direct, possessive football.
Exactly.
Just get the ball out. You understand me?
And the way I see it is after Davies takes on Watson and gets past him, hopefully Jonathan David would have been right there around.
You saw it in the game. You saw it in the game.
Try to get it in through, but
yeah, you saw it in the game. You saw it in the game, right? When Alfonso run past Watson and square the ball inside the box.
Exactly.
That's what he should be doing. That's what the Canadians should be doing right through the game and just play the ball over to Watson, put him under a lot of pressure. Because he can't run. He can't run down. He maybe can do it 1 or 2 times, but 3 times, he might go bust. 4 times, he can't run. He might go try to kick him down or something and get a car.
Exactly, because the USA, that's exactly what the USA did to Javon Watson in the second half, and that's how Ricardo Pepi got 2 goals.
Just run left him.
They ran at him. And he could not catch up. He could not catch up.
Can't catch up. And then I'm going to tell Jamaica, say, I get fitter and fitter. You can see that I get 2 90 minutes game. I'm getting better. Hey, cut that foolishness, man. And, hey, you're not even trying in the national team. After you're not a Ronaldo or a Messi.
Okay.
You understand me? Those players take care of themselves and make sure them fit every time, in season or out season. You understand me, I say?
Right.
That's why I have to blame Whitmore. It's like you're disrespecting the players in Jamaica and you're disrespecting the players who's abroad. No, Jamaica should have Karim Paris. I don't know if you know about Karim Paris. He's playing so well in the Slovenia league over there in Europe. Scoring goal.
Yeah, so don't really know. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, Karim Paris. They're playing very well. Playing very well over there. Even better than Tariq Magee in club football. Most of them play are playing better than them, scoring a lot of goals. You understand me? And you're not selecting the youth. I believe that youth would have come and do something better than how Fleming's playing and a lot of them playing. You understand? But Whitmore set up young players to fail to prove his point. So if you're going to play a young player based on pressure, you're going to set them up to fail. And that's what I see happening. So I'm going to talk about see. You understand me?
Yeah, I think Tapa is trying to have this confirmation bias. Whenever he's the most threatened, he's going to play his young players and his English-based players who don't really have much synchronicity in between each other because he'd rather play the guys he trusts. He'd rather play Kamar Lawrence. And that's no slight on Kamar because I like him. He plays for I like Kamar. That's no slight on Alvis Powell. He'd rather play Alvis Powell than Javane Brown. He'd rather play Javon Watson instead of Anthony Grant. He'd rather play Shamar instead of Michael Antonio. And I know there's been problems there, which is why Michael Antonio didn't want to go. Which there could have been injury there, but there was a big situation, a big dust up. He didn't want to be there for this window, and I'm not saying that he's trying to hold back or fly, but
no, it wasn't a scenario where it's on Antonio's side. No, it was JFF. Mistake.
JFF, okay.
JFF miscommunication. He wanted a physio to come work with him. Remember, he is an explosive player, and to take care of him and his muscles is different from now.
You need their
most of this, yes, personal, right? Personal physio. But that's why he wanted it. Somebody in the national team tell Antonio that his personal trainer must not come. His physio thing must not come. Right? And then Dalton will say that he's allowed, it was a miscommunication. So those little stuff that is reaching us now, I just believe that those persons in JFF don't want to go to World Cup. Those are kindergarten mistake. Kindergarten mistake.
Here's my thought. I think the JFF, what they want to do is keep the status quo the same. They want what money they bring in, They want to keep mostly for themselves and line their pockets, and whatever's left, they'll spend on the federation and spend on the team, which means
Right.
there's not enough money to pay Michael Antonio's personal physio to come with him, even though Michael
No,
Antonio
it was it
probably
was a bit. No, Michael was going to pay his personal physio by himself on his expense. He said that he was taking his personal physio on his expense, not Jamaica
and
expense.
I think he should, and I think that's right. And if he could do that, why not let that happen? Which is
You understand me?
boggling. So
And then now they have an next problem with they don't have any money, so they don't really can buy plane fare and stuff like that for persons who are coming from Europe. And it's easier to take a local based player to go with them over in USA, and you
exactly.
carry 17 members, JFF members to the match. 17 JFF members to the match. Why? Why? And only 20 players? That don't make no sense to me. The president, where am I go?
No sense. Zero.
Nobody no want to see. Nobody no want to see where am I go. Him
Makes
need for
no sense.
him. We just can't understand what is going on. It's like a party shop business. You understand me?
FIFA
Party
has
shop business.
somebody has to investigate the JFF, whether that's FIFA or because the JFF is way too crony, way too bureaucratic. I don't think that's good for Jamaican football. Even for the 2026 cycle, which should be a lot easier to qualify for. For me, the JFF they need to be investigated and taken care of. Not in a bad way, but politically, so to speak.
I understand.
I'm
For
trying to
you're
put
trying
myself
like
up there. But because the way they run things is just absolutely it's bad. They're lies. They say one thing and do another. They say one thing to appease the fans and appease the people, but do what they think is what they should do. I don't like it.
take off idiots. They take us a fool.
Exactly.
You understand me? I get what you're saying. So basically, it's just change certain system like voting for the president, who should vote because now Young have 13 member, it's a 13 member affiliate, executive who vote for them. You understand me? And
Yeah.
that shouldn't be like that. You're supposed to have players to vote, referee, coaches, all right, to vote. You understand me? But 13 members, that's easy. That's easy for us to corrupt them and get them on your side. You understand me?
Right.
Imagine a man who knows football in Craig Butler and another rich man who own Ready TV go up against Ricketts and could not even get nominated. And him so rich. We just can't understand how those persons did not get a chance. You understand me? So it's a
Exactly.
lot of politics and conship that went in. Some promises that Michael Ricketts. And then now him worse than Tapa right now, because he not achieved nothing as a president, Him don't have a sponsor for the team right now. You understand?
Right.
Luckily these players are rich. They can buy their own plane fare and
Exactly.
come. You understand? It's not like a 80 team or one of those team where it's difficult. One player can buy everybody plane fare. You
Exactly.
understand me? So that is it. But at the end of the day, the JFF make these things happening to us right now. You understand me? JFF. So go back to the football because we tell you about JFF right now.
Yeah. Let's get
JFF
back.
is that JFF is a different story on one part down there. So
Yeah. Let's get back to the match. Yes.
yeah. So question. So you guys are going to play. Who you guys going to play Wednesday?
Panama in Toronto.
So Panama and Toronto, and we're going to play Honduras in
Under.
um in Honduras. So that game, I believe if Whitmore go out there and put Java and Watson, in the middle of the park with
You'll
Grant.
be eaten up.
We're gonna lose because that's gonna be a better field, a field where the ball can roll faster than out here. Um, or the man gonna just run Javon Watson because them have to win too, you know. They are in 3 points, we are in two. They don't want us to pass them. You
And
understand?
Honduras is a very strong team at San Pedro Sula. You don't want to face Honduras and make a mistake at San Pedro Sula. That place is a house of horrors. Horrors. There we go.
Yeah.
Like
So
I know my southern accent makes that sound bad. So
no, I understand it.
just
Yeah.
making
So the mistake I see he's making is like playing persons in the wrong position, and you have players there who you select for that position. For example, you have a Topi. You can't tell me say Jaban Watson fitter than Topi. Jaban Watson win.
not.
Jab, Jaban Watson it not Topi win RS JPL. That's the Jamaican Premier League, right? With Cavaliers, right? And he
Right.
scored a goal also in the finals. You understand me? No, you not playing him. That's what I'm saying. You know. Canada dropped the ball wicked, you know. Because we should have get punished for them something, you know, they mistake there, you know. You understand me? Those are big errors, you know. Big errors. Jamaica should get punished for them mistake there. You understand me? That's why I say the Canadian coach blunder. Because oh the hell you can take out a slow midfielder, D mid, and put him a centre back position against Alfonso Davis. Canada dropped the ball big time.
Exactly, they did, and that's why this why I was so angry about this match. If you watched my review, I was on fire. You could see the smoke coming out of my ears. They dropped the ball.
Big time.
They should have, the way they play against Mexico, and then this was night and day. It's like they were like, yeah, we got a point against Mexico away. Great. Party it up. They slipped on the banana peel. It's like, oh, you should be worried. There could be banana peels here. They go and slip on it. Why say? It makes no sense the way Canada played. It's like they were fine with getting 2 points off their first two and then hopefully winning on Wednesday. And if they don't, we're in some trouble because guess what? Panama jumped us because they beat the USA. Whoever wins that game is going to finish the window in third. Or if we draw,
Right.
Panama finishes in third. Canada has to win. And you put yourself in this position. And then after that, you have to have a pretty perfect window in November, both games at home in Edmonton. You have to win both those games, Costa Rica and Mexico. 4 points probably won't cut it. 3 definitely won't. You need 6. So you put yourself in a position where you threw away points that you probably are going to need. In February and March, it's going to be very obvious that this game could be the reason that they finish 4th or 5th, if that happens.
So in the next window is 2 games. In November window is only 2
Everybody's
games.
window is 2 games in November.
Okay, so 2 games. Hopefully Jamaica can get it right and get all players available, and then we can see what our outcome is. If you go on my channel and see me do one video saying about I think I want to turn the sheet now on Jamaica. Turn the sheet. We're not going to, but I said, hold up, I'm not turning the sheet as it. Because if we have our quality, if we have all players available and all players in, and Tapa can use his ball. Well, you call those balls you rub up and you see the person you must put in the position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that genie ball.
Yeah. Crystal ball.
Crystal ball, sorry. Rub that crystal ball and get it right. Any two team players in that window, we're gonna demolish them. Once you select that team properly.
If y'all go on a little run with all these draws, they could easily be 4th or 5th. The way the points have went and been split, if Jamaica goes on a little run, wins 2 or 3 in a row, they could be right back into it. That's the thing about the octagonal, the way it's been so far.
Right. That's all we need to do. Win the next match and win the other two in you understand? Win the next match and win the other two. You
Exactly.
understand? But it's difficult right now. It's hard for me to say we're gonna win or get a points out of Honduras game based on how Tapa is selecting the team. And I think something is going to happen in that Honduras match where he has to go and rely on Topi, Javian Brown, and Maggie. He's going to have to rely on them, and that's where we're going to get the win from in that game.
But let's also remember the last couple of times that Jamaica's played Honduras in World Cup qualifiers, that's gotten their manager sacked. It got Tapa sacked back in 2014. It got Simoes sacked back in 2002, I think. So it's happened before. That's kind of like historical going down to Honduras. The manager sacked after a really bad performance. So
Rough,
it goes
rough,
completely well or completely horrible.
horrible, horrible, rough time. Oh my God. I just can't understand. I just can't understand. And this is the thing I have against some people is that the faith and the hope and in football is just simple. Lack of preparation mean lack of result. If you're not prepared properly, remember this is a professional, this is an elite level football competition. It's not
Exactly.
amateur, right? Where one team is better based on money and the other team is better based on you know players and stuff like that. Everybody is good. Everybody is up there. You need to get your team prepared to go against them. You understand me?
Exactly.
Nobody's going to nobody's going to drop the ball for you so you can look good. You need to prepare your team. You need to select team properly. You need to get that team so that you can go there and perform. And this is our problem. Our selection of players, our preparation of players is garbage. Our coaches are not there mentally, and under pressure is they are all over the place. You understand me?
Exactly. If you can't prepare from the top, it will not go down the whole throughout the whole team. If you cannot prepare from the federation, the coach cannot prepare correctly. If the coach cannot prepare correctly, his group of coaches that are assisting him cannot prepare correctly for training or tactically. If they can't prepare, the players can't prepare correctly. It goes from the top to the bottom. It's not one part that can get out of it. All of them have to prepare correctly, and it goes down as a chain of events, so to speak. That's the way you have to prepare. Everybody has to prepare correctly. If you cannot prepare, you will not succeed.
Right. If you don't prepare, you won't succeed. Simple as that. You understand me? And top of keep going against some certain rules or certain things that he should do in a game. If you select a player for a position, play that person in that position once he's not injured. Right? You select a player because of his ability in the team. You don't select a player because he's a makeshift player. Like a schoolboy football, you pick him because of the number. And that's disrespect to the player. I would be very disrespectful if I was Topi, Javian Brown, even Terry McGee. I would feel bad. You understand me? At the end of the day, you selected me to represent the country, right? The center back got injured, so it's my time now. As the next center back, you put the D mid, a slower D mid in the center back position over me, and then have me a warm up over there so long until we get a game. Topi run up and down on the sideline, And
Exactly.
this is, you understand? That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Tapa, for some reason, likes playing schoolboy footballers because they're people that he likes. If you're going to call up somebody, you better play them for the way they've played over the past months, or
Right.
they're the club that they play for shows that they're better anyway, frankly. So it's not about who you like, it's about who does the job.
And who is there to do the job at the moment?
Exactly.
You understand? So it rough, it rough. Just can't understand that. Just can't understand that. Right? And I personally believe, you see, if Tariq Magee was playing attacking midfield, he would have scored in that game against Canada.
Oh, I believe so.
Because Canada give him more, give Jamaica more space in the middle, more than the USA, and give us a lot of and spill the ball a lot in their half. If Tariq Magee was on most of those balls, would have created a lot of opportunity because he's very smart, very
Sure.
creative, and he can kick the ball good. You saw the shot he took on USA, quality. You understand? And once when he took that shot, the way USA look, start closing down, kind of want him getting a chance again. You understand? Because Terry Maggie can kick it from out there and score. He can do it. You understand me?
Yep.
Jamaica just going into the match here to me to play defensive. Alright? And Canada come into the match just to get a point. So hence the result was a nil all. Basically that was it.
Yeah.
So who was the man of the match for your team? Who do you think was the man of the match for your team?
For Canada,
And why?
I don't think anybody deserves it, frankly, the way they played. This is hard. This is hard. I think Alphonso Davies, he tried his hardest to do it all himself, and he made a couple
Right.
of mistakes, but I got to give it to Davies. He was the only
Davis.
one who had a sort of a pulse last night. So,
Right.
if we're by default, I have to give it to Davies.
Davis. For Jamaica, who would you give?
Anthony Grant.
I have two persons, Anthony Grant and Blake.
Well, yeah, I was about to say Andre Blake, but he gets it all the time, so
Because if I never Blake, we lose.
exactly, because Andre Blake's the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. So, yeah, I'll agree with that. But Anthony Grant, the way he played impressed me 100%. Tough in the midfield, got stuck in, has a bulldog mentality. He don't stop for nothing. He was
And
tough.
him fit. And him
Oh,
fit. He's
exactly.
fit.
Tough.
That's what I'm saying. You see, though, the fit players perform the best. And the players who are unfit get the least amount of score for the game. You
Exactly.
need fit players. You understand? I'm gonna turn on the light.
I agree with that. There we go. There we go. You mute. There we go.
Yes. Yes. So that's it's just a lot of mistake from the JFF standpoint and a lot more mistake from Tapa standpoint. So sometimes you can have a bad teacher but you're still
Yep.
learning. You can have
Yep.
a teacher and you're still learning. And I
Exactly.
think Tapa have some bad bosses, but he's not learning and he's not doing nothing. You understand?
Exactly. And the
And I see the
players,
reason. And I see the reason that's why Jerome Wade left the job. Jerome Wade left the job. He knows what was coming. I think he knows what was coming. And I think if Jerome Wade to come out and talk and tell Jamaica why he really left the job, we would know what is really happening. You understand? Jerome Wade, to me, when Jerome Wade was assisting Whitmore, the team played well, even better than now. Paul um, Paul and the next assistant coaches. I don't see what they had to this Jamaica team. I don't see nothing what they had in. You agree with me?
I don't see it either. I would like to hear why he left, because I think if he goes and tells all, I don't think the JFF want that. But that's probably what you need to start affecting change, so to speak. If he comes out and says why he left, that's the way I see it.
He left because there was a lot of problem in JFF. Also, it was affecting him training and getting players to play games and stuff. and he knew that was going to be a challenge, and he was going to get a lot of backlashes and stuff like that. And maybe also he was not getting along with Whitmore with his style of play, so he had to go out there and talk. Whitmore is not the person who's going to go out there and go on media and talk against the JFF. He's
Exactly.
protecting his pocket. He's a man who protects his pocket. He don't really care about anybody else. You understand me?
And it's sad because Topper Whitmore is a legend for what he did in 1998. He is.
Right.
But as a coach, he's ruining that legacy every passing day that he is still in the job as manager. And I don't know if people can separate the two. Because if you look at other managers who have been legends as players and then been absolutely trash as managers, it hurts their legacy. If you look at, let's see, if you look at, where was I going to? There's a couple. I'm trying to think. Frank Lampard, there's one. If you look at Gary Neville, there's another one.
Frank Lampard wasn't bad enough. I was a Chelsea man because I'm a Chelsea man. Frank Lampard wasn't bad.
Sarri was
He
better
didn't.
and Tuchel is better. Let's go on with that. But
Okay, okay, okay. He
I love
wasn't bad,
Lampard
but
as a player, but as a manager, he just
no,
wasn't up to it.
remember, no, remember he had. All right, what we have to understand, based on his performance, he's a good under 20, under 23 coach because he did well with the players he had the first year. But once he got an addition with some quality players, he could not fit the puzzle. And that is the same problem happening in Jamaica right now. Whitmore, his team is bigger than Whitmore. You understand me? You have coaches for every department. You have coaches for under 13. Some coaches cannot move from a small team to a big team. And that's basically it. You understand me? You have to stick to where your grass is green.
Exactly.
Right? This team is
Exactly.
bigger than Whitmore. Bigger than Whitmore.
That also sort of hurts him. Like I won't say ego because I don't know if he has an ego. That would be wrong for me to say.
And
But
let us
that hurts his mentality that the players are bigger than him and already, even though they've gone to Gold Cup finals, but they never qualified for a World Cup. But they're still bigger than him, and I don't think he likes that.
right now the whole Jamaica right now is like one of the most hated person right now. You understand? And I think you should just do the honorable thing and just leave the chat. You understand me? Because I just don't see Jamaica getting 3 points over there in Honduras. It will surprise me because I have hope, but I just accept football, accept it as I see it. It's
Exactly.
right there.
That's the only way you
Bad,
can do it.
prepar- bad preparation mean no points or 1 point. Luckily, you get 1 point. You
Honduras is
understand?
a hard team to beat in Honduras unless you're one of the giants. So it would be a miracle. And with the way Jamaica's been playing, it's even more of a miracle.
Right, right. It's a miracle, as you say, Ryan. Miracle. We need a miracle to unlock these bad patches that we have. And I don't believe in miracle in football. I believe in preparation. I
Exactly.
don't believe in you pray for health and strength, and you pray for that and pray for your players to come out injury free and stuff. But I am praying for a win. Your team is praying for a win. So I want to ask you. So gotta go stop your team. Although you pray, don't listen to your prayers and give me the win. I say it work.
I'll pray for y'all. I'll pray for y'all too. I want
You
to see y'all
understand?
beat Honduras.
No, I'm saying if like Jamaica playing Canada, right? The two of us praise, right? The two of us pray for a win. So I'm saying, God, don't listen to your prayer, but listen to my prayer, and we win. That's how it work.
I I mean it could.
No, God listen to everybody prayer.
Yeah, he does. That's why I was confused. I was like, Well, one, it's football. Second of all, he listens to everybody's prayers. I was being confused. I got confused a little bit there.
So you have some spiritual people in football who got 9 people with olive oil and carry them cross with the national team who want spiritual intervention and stuff like that. God listen to everybody prayer, but God is a fair person. He's going to merit you based on your preparation. And if you don't
Exactly.
prepare well, you won't be awarded.
Exactly.
You understand? That's it.
There we go.
So you don't care how you pray, or because the two team praying. You understand? The two team praying, and God is going to answer the two of your prayer. But the person with the better preparation, God is going to give them the win. That's
Exactly.
simple what is going to happen.
Exactly.
You understand? That's what I believe in. You
Exactly.
understand? And
Prayer
God
only
help
gets you
those.
so far. You gotta prayer only gets you so far. You have to not capitalize, you have to perform.
Right. And God help those who help themselves. And now Jamaica that helping themselves.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Exactly.
Jamaica that helping themselves. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. So yeah, I am Ryan. I'm a coach too, also.
Yep.
I coach in the high school. I coach in high school.
I
This
know.
schoolboy football. Yeah, I coach in there. I won a championship back
Nice.
in 2018 in
Nice.
Francis Cup with
Belated
Charlemont High
congratulations.
School. Huh?
Belated congratulations to you.
Yeah, one of my biggest dreams is to start an academy.
I think you can. I think you should.
So
Don't forget.
I can send you guys videos and you get links for me to get these players up in Canada.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do with that. If they're
because Because one of the biggest problem in Jamaica is getting players out into the international market. We
exactly.
lack agents. We lack agents, and most of these agents, some of these coaches, they don't want to share them. They want to feel like they're the biggest thing in Jamaica. They don't want to share them. You understand?
Yeah,
They don't want to spread the money. That is mashing up Jamaica football big time. Only a few persons know agents that will come and take football. Hey, Jamaica have a lot of talent, especially in football. But the problem is we don't have enough agents to get them out of the country.
and that's why most of the players that play in England and Europe are mostly diaspora based or players from the diaspora.
Right.
Like mostly Jamaican players are going to still be in the Jamaican Premier League, and if they're really good, maybe they'll get lucky enough to find that agent will send them to Europe or send them to England, but that's very hard. So
But it can be different. Look at what Craig Butler is doing. Craig Butler is taking his players over to England, and then when they come back to Jamaica, they played against the Premier League team and other school teams. So other persons can see the level that they're playing and try to emulate that and go there. You have other clubs who do the same thing, get their players experience from an early age, and that's why Cavaliers United won the Jamaican Premier League because they have experience. Experience teach you knowledge and wisdom and understanding. You
exactly,
understand me? And this is one of the biggest problems. Lack of exposure mean you're gonna play, you're not gonna improve. You're gonna be the same persons every day. You understand me?
yep,
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with Jamaica. In coaching also. They don't do nothing for coaching in Jamaica. Only a few get preference in Jamaica to do courses and stuff like that. They're like a network. And if you're not a part of that network, you're left behind.
exactly.
You understand?
And I'd love,
I
and I can't
continue.
wait to see Cavaliers United play in the Caribbean Club Championship next year.
Yeah, everybody's going to even watch them better, even better than Jamaica right now. Everybody's going to tune into Cavaliers because Cavaliers have some young players who I want to see them out there playing. You understand me? Some young player,
Exactly.
Atkinson,
Hopefully they
some
end up
15-year-old.
and hopefully they end up making it far enough to where they at least make the CONCACAF League next, the 2022 CONCACAF League, or even the 2023 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. I'd love to see them make it that far.
I believe he's going to make it that far. I believe he's going to strengthen his team, get some more talented youths, or get them ready for the competition. And based on his tactics and how he's playing now, I think he will do well. I think Cavalier will do well with these players. You understand? They are one of the most defensive team. Remember, Waterhouse and Portmore did well already in that league, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Portmore
And
and
this
Waterhouse have done well. So
and this Cavaliers team is quite pretty good. They're fit, they run at you, they take you on, and they are there to score goal, and they have a good keeper too. He's in the national setup. Yeah, you have a good keeper, so Cavaliers is doing well. Waterhouse did well. Waterhouse doing well too also. I think Waterhouse will give it a shot too also. They have quality coach too. I think that coach should be a part of Jamaica setup.
I agree.
Because playing some pretty good football. Waterhouse play some good football. So you guys watch the Jamaican Premier League?
I've watched a couple of I've watched a good couple of games every year. Mostly whenever they get to the club championship, Caribbean Club Championship, or the CONCACAF League is when I really see the teams from Jamaica, and that's when I really see them. But I've seen a couple of Jamaican Premier League games, maybe 3 or 4 a year. I try to.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good league. I really do.
Yeah, it improved this round. It improved a lot. In terms of, the pitch, the turf, the look of the game. Everybody, and more young persons involved who can be marketable, who can be sold for a betterment of Jamaica, and put some food in the pot. So it's more. It looks better. The material looks better. The sponsorship is there. Players getting paid. It's more professionalized right now. So it's a good look, and I think that's the change we need. And I think a change is coming. I heard that FIFA is going to change the voting um, aspect of the JFF presidency.
Nice.
Right, they're going to change it to coaches, players, referees to vote. I think that is where our football may turn to better.
Happy to see it.
Right, yeah. So it's going to be better, Ryan. So, Ryan, um, this is thank you for coming on Unseen Sports TV and sharing your views, getting your perspective on the game. Ryan said that Canada was rubbish in the game.
It worked.
Jamaica, Jamaica had the batch to win. I'd throw it away. I'd I see it differently. I think Canada underperformed but could have steal the show. Jamaica did not do anything but defend. They did not do anything but defend because we have two shot, one on target. That don't make any sense to me. So we came but defend, and yeah, pretty much that. So thank you again, Ryan, and hope you come back next time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to reach out to you and and have you on my platform.
It was awesome. I'm honored to be here. This was a great stream. I had so much fun. It was a great interview, and hopefully, I get to do this again because this was so fun. Hope y'all enjoyed it as well, and I hope y'all enjoyed the point of view from both of us, not just me. And hopefully, you keep subscribing and checking out Unseen Sports, and also check me out. So I'm glad to be here.
Let's check out Ryan Anderson show. Yes, people on YouTube, go there, subscribe. Subscribe to Unseen Sports TV also. Yes. And that's the end of another Top Shell interview, a Top Shell video, people. And we are going to close off now. So, in the future, I am out.